Hello. It's good to be back with you. This term, our online assemblies are going to focus on the Bible character of David. Perhaps you've heard a little bit about David, and perhaps not. When we first hear about David in the Bible, he's only a teenager, perhaps not much older than you if you're in year 6.
Quiz time. What's inside the present? Lego bricks. New trainers. Some Barbie dolls. A games console.
Did you guess what was inside the presents? Or were you surprised? It's great to get presents, isn't it? I've got 3 more here. I'm going to show you them. I wonder which one you would choose. First of all, we have this one. It's quite heavy in a nice red shiny bag. How about this one? Beautifully wrapped. Rattles a bit. It's got some bows on the top. I wonder what's inside that one. And then I've got this one. That's not very exciting looking, is it? Somebody must have been in a hurry, couldn't be bothered to wrap this one properly. Doesn't look very good. I wonder which one you would choose. I think I would probably choose this one. So let's have a look inside. Oh. Well, that's a disappointment. It's just a clothes peg. Who on earth would give a clothes peg for a present? That is so disappointing. Well, let's try the red one. It's quite heavy. It must be a better present. Let's have a look inside. Oh no! Can you see what it is? It's an onion. We wouldn't want an onion for a present. That's dreadful. I'm going to put that back. Well, I'm just left with this one. I wonder what's in here. Nothing really. Doesn't feel like it. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. A £10 note. That's the best present of the 3, isn't it? That's brilliant. Oh, I'm so glad I've got that one. But it wasn't my first choice. And sometimes we judge things by their appearance, don't we? We see what they're like on the outside, and we're not so bothered about the inside, but it should be the other way round. And in today's Bible passage about David, Judging by appearances is something that comes into the story. Let's hear about young David now. Here we are in Bethlehem, David's hometown.
Samuel anoints David to be king. King Saul was the king of Israel, but he disobeyed God's instructions. And so God told the prophet Samuel to go to King Saul and tell him that God was displeased with him. God told Samuel his plan for the future. Get some olive oil and go to Bethlehem to a man named Jesse. I have chosen one of his sons to be king. How can I do that? Samuel asked. If King Saul hears about it, he'll kill me. The Lord replied, take a calf with you and say that you are there to offer a sacrifice to the Lord. Invite Jesse to the feast, and I will tell you the man I have chosen to be king. Samuel obeyed. At the sacrifice, Samuel saw Jesse's son Eliab and thought, this man standing must be the one that God has chosen. But the Lord said to him, pay no attention to how tall and handsome he is. I've rejected him, because I do not judge as people judge. They look at the outward appearance, but I look at the heart. Then Jesse called his next oldest son Abinadab, but Samuel said, no, the Lord hasn't chosen him either. Jesse then brought Shammah. No, the Lord hasn't chosen him either, said Samuel. One by one, Jesse brought 7 of his sons to Samuel. But Samuel said to him, no, the Lord hasn't chosen any of these. The prophet Samuel asked Jesse, do you have any more sons? Jesse answered, there's the youngest, David. He's out taking care of the sheep. Tell him to come here, Samuel said. We won't offer the sacrifice until he comes. So Jesse sent for young David. He was a handsome, healthy young man, and his eyes sparkled. The Lord said to Samuel, this is the one, anoint him. Samuel took the olive oil and anointed David in front of his brothers. Immediately the Spirit of the Lord took control of David and was with him from that day on. David would continue being a shepherd, but one day he would be king of Israel.
Here are some verses from the Bible, from the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16. The Lord said to Samuel, pay no attention to how tall or handsome he is. I have rejected these because I do not judge as people judge. They look at the outward appearance, but I look at the heart. David didn't seem a very likely choice to be king. He was the youngest and the smallest, probably the weakest. But God could see, and God knew that David would make a great king, probably Israel's greatest ever king.
The big question!
What might you do in the future that seems impossible just now?
We can learn from this event, can't we? That God knows what we're like and he loves us. He doesn't like what we do sometimes, but he loves us all the time. Let's finish with a prayer. Father God, thank you that we are all different. Help us to be people who don't judge others by their appearance or what they can do. Help us to recognise that everybody is different and everybody is valuable. Help us to treat people with care and respect. Thank you that you see our potential. You see what's on the inside and not what's on the outside. So help us to be people who do the right things and to look at others in the right way. Amen.